things can get, because if you don't treat the mic well, it can go sideways. And the mic will look like the roll call mic. I don't know if y'all have done an open mic there. Oh my God, it looks like Animal from the Muppets bit it.
It had one dent. It
looked like somebody elbow dropped it from the second story.
It was homely. It was homely is what it was.
Yeah, just be kind to the mic. You don't own it. Like Marlon Wayans' special where he grabbed it by the cord and slammed it on the ground. Don't do that.
You should actually, I actually encourage our listeners to beat the mic harder, because if it breaks, it won't be your problem.
If you want to do that, bring your own fucking mic.
Yeah, please be the guy that brings their own mic to the open mic. Please insist upon
during
using
COVID, there were several people that actually did that for health and safety shit. And it's cool. Like, let them know ahead of time.
Do you remember when we did that podcast with DC Curry and he came in the room with like a little black bag and unzipped it and revealed a golden microphone and unplugged the one they had for him and then plugged his up? That was the most baller shit I've ever watched.
No,
in
that
my
whole
life.
experience. And if you're not aware, Tucker and I did get to watch and be on DC Curry's Disrace podcast. And DC Curry is the coolest, smoothest motherfucker I have ever been around in my entire life. Like, he never gave a single fuck. He walked in smoking a cigar, was drinking 120 proof bourbon like it was water, and just thinking around problems in a way I was completely oblivious to.
He's not going to book you, Trey.
I don't care if he books me or not. I used to sneak up to watch him on BET Comic View and get my ass beat.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I feel
now
like you were a hard motherfucker to catch when you were a
my
kid.
dad's 6'8".
Yeah, that's fair. Your dad's bigger than you are.
My dad is a monster and was in the Navy in the 70s where they fought you just for being in the military. Like, he's got hands like Hamburger Helper.
He's got fucking hands. Can he palm like a watermelon?
He can palm a basketball.
That's cool.
In his, I think he was 58, he got fined by the Upward Church Basketball League for dunking.
What?
And not like a normal, like, skyhook dunk. Like, behind the back jam.
Damn!
Please tell me he shattered the backboard.
He did not shatter the backboard, but they charged him $50 and wouldn't let him play softball until he paid it. And I'm like, you're basically the Dennis Rodman of church leagues. And he's like, shut up.
Oh, that's funny. Does he hang out with, like, weird dictators as well?
No. That's later.
Okay, so that's coming.
Yeah, okay. But nah, my dad's cool people. He's where I get most of my sarcasm from. I did try and fight him at 15.
That sounds like that was a poor decision.
Don't ever fight somebody with reach on you. I don't see why
with
you short
reach.
people even try that shit.
With reach.
Oh my God. He hit me from another area code. Like, I was showing up to the fight. Like,
he's got
a lot of spirit.
Called you in advance. He's like, hey, I sent you something.
Boom! I'm like, I'm going to hit you. And like, I'm winding my punch up from like 2 school districts over. He already hit me with a jab.
It's like
I'm
watching Godzilla
fuck.
versus Kong. It's just fucking 2 kaiju duking it out in the yard.
Don't ever fight your parents.
I would.
Like,
you have to use tools, man. Like if you're gonna fight
with your dad's on that juice.
Fucking start slinging a keychain like a mace.
Like a mace? You mean like a flail?
Yeah, I thought it was called a mace.
Mace is fixed.
Is it?
Stick ball. Flail is the chain thing.
Huh.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah, fucking nerd.
Yeah, I can use nunchucks, a section staff, and a whole bunch
play
of other
D&D.
shit.
It's a nerd calling other nerds.
Yeah, it's kind of a pot meat kettle kind of thing for all of us, really. I was just digging through Trey's old toy box, like naming value on shit. I was like, this is like $20. This one's worth like 30.
To clarify, actual toys from my childhood, like Batman,
What's
Spider-Man.
funny is that's considered like vintage now. Like those are vintage.
Those are
toys.
from the late 1900s. They're antiques.
Yeah, that's from those are considered vintage. Like,
God, they are.
Like that that Batman is like that's, you would call it like vintage, whatever, 94 animated series Batman.
BTAS.
BTAS, yeah,
Hearing
exactly. BTAS.
you say vintage 94 Batman. I kind of want to slap the shit out of him.
No, we were chilling at a show. Tucker is younger than 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born after 9/11. My parents were dogging like 2 months after it happened.
So you're the second worst thing to happen to America.
Yeah. I was unleashed. I was brought upon the world in a
Did
firestorm.
your parents put you on a leash?
No, but I ran away a lot, so they should have. There's this funny ass story where, well, there's one time that they took me into Lowe's and I just took off. Like I just, and they couldn't. I was like 2 or 3, and they had to like corner me in like a lumber aisle because they couldn't get. They had to get like employees involved and like ram carts into the shit, so I couldn't run past it because I would just start running.
I mean, it was.
Forget
I mean,
leashes, shot collar.
Shot
Just
collar.
get over here.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, man. Nah, man, I was a very like it was like having like a chimp in your house. Like I just started like climbing shit.
How would you even
Banging
know,
stuff
Tucker?
together.
You had chickens in your house.
Yeah, man. I had chickens in my house. Which they were only there for like a month, but this is like Trey. Like when Trey thinks of me, he thinks of like 3 personality traits, and it's like toys, young, chickens in his house. I've never done anything else in my life, but it is a good bit. Like there were chickens that lived in my house. Do you know this story?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
My mother's a teacher, and she'll like incubate chicken eggs to like teach the children life cycle.
Yeah.
And normally we can kind of find them a home, or we'll keep them for like in like a coop outside.
You said life cycle. So
Yeah.
is there like a
like the life
cookout at
cycle.
the end?
No.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
Nah, man.
kind of like not finishing. It's like kind of like you're only teaching about half of it.
Yeah, well,
Really,
you don't want to fuck up the kindergartners. By
bullshit. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them
and that's
kids.
my official stance.
Official.
I don't give a shit.
What are you, the Catholic
This
Church?
shit ain't
Not
nothing
like
to me.
that. God dang. No.
Yeah, you can't say shit like that.
I'm gonna have so much to fucking edit out of this podcast.
Well, just go ahead and answer.
right now.
You just bleep it.
The darkest timeline.
Oh, my bookmark fell out.
Oh, okay, dude, that damn, I hate that for you. I saw the fucking just straight up disappointment because I know your ass can't remember where the hell you were.
Now the
Go ahead and
question
start
is,
over
are
volume
you really
1, man.
reading it or just looking at the pictures?
Yeah,
It's a comic, so both.
yeah.
I got the other 5. 4.
Okay, are you rereading these, or have you already read them?
No, they're Dark Horse. They're a continuation after the animated series.
That's cool. I like when they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I work in a comic book store, so I read a lot of books. So I've been reading the.
When he's not having to chase preteens out for getting blowies in the
Dude.
cartoon aisle.
Man, they came back in one other time, but they never did anything. But the whole time I couldn't help but just like look at them. Like I was like, do you not remember what happened?
You didn't call them out?
No. Well,
You keep your pants on, Chad.
we can't talk about where it was, but I work in a store, and basically there was these two like probably like 17, 18-year-olds, and they're clearly like together. Like they walk in, they're kind of all up on each other, and they're very publicly displaying their attraction for each other. And they're really kissing on each other and stuff. And there's like one point where they're just like pretty much making out in the middle of the store. And I mean, it's not a big store, so I'm just kind of watching. Like I'm stocking Funko Pops, like looking at these two kids just. I'm like, all right, Jesus fucking Christ. And I'm at the back of the store, so I don't really see what's going on. But I just hear like a really loud commotion of like people talking and scattering, and then I don't think anything of it. And then it's like 15 minutes to closing. So day ends and my boss walks back and she's like, "You're never going to guess what those kids were doing." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Well, I hear like frisking around, and like the girl had unzipped the guy's pants like in the graphic novel section and like was just
So
about
extra
to, like,
graphic.
yeah, right. And like was about to like give him head in the middle of the store. You have to kind of think about like the store is very well lit. Like we have giant like overhead. Like it's not like this is like some weird.
Be
corner.
proud. Body positivity.
I guess, man. I wouldn't be able to get hard if I was just getting sucked off in public. Like that just doesn't.
It depends who did it.
I mean, I don't know. No, it's hard to get my cock hard in front of like other people.
Whatever. Rhea Ripley can get everyone's cock hard.
I mean, if someone's using proper mic technique.
yes!
And we're back on topic.
Fuck this.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I am good.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't have that. I don't do any of that gay
Basically,
shit.
Keep the mic on your chin. Talk.
like these nuts.
Hopefully they're not this fuzzy.
Oh.
Talk like you're talking to the back of the room, not the front of the room. They can't laugh if they can't hear you. And if it is some of your first times being on stage, slow the fuck down.
And most importantly, be yourself.
Unless
you're
you
not
suck.
funny. Yeah, unless you're not funny. Unless you're really not cut out for this shit, then you should be somewhere
And don't
else.
rant at a comedy show.
Please don't go up and talk about your problems. I don't care.
Don't
unless
tell-
they're really funny problems.
Yeah, unless you're actually making jokes. About your problems.
If anyone who says comedy's like it can be therapeutic, but it shouldn't be like therapy.
Yeah, go to therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to therapy, and I joke that comedy is my therapy, but I do make jokes about my traumas and shit, but I'm trying to make
But they're
people
funny.
laugh with me about my bullshit.
Yeah, I have made my therapist laugh, and I've also made my therapist say wow and had to meet their boss,
I beat
and I
therapy.
thought I was getting grippy socks.
That's never a good position is grippy socks.
I don't know. I've been in the grippy sock box. It's nice.
Dude, see,
They don't
I
make
beat
them
therapy,
in past
actually.
13. You're just dealing with shit, and like,
I beat it. I beat therapy because I was there was a brief stint when I was younger, and
when you were
when I was younger, it was like
basically sperm.
It was like 4. I'm 21 years old, and it was 4 or 5 years ago. And I was telling her my problems. I remember her going, Tucker, I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, well, I reckon that's it then, huh?
No,
Like,
you just need a better therapist.
No, I
I've
don't.
had shitty therapists.
No.
I use the VA.
I feel like if I heal, I won't be funny anymore. I can't heal. I have to. It has
yeah,
to
I
stay
know.
raw.
You've mentioned that to me and told me to drink and told others to do crack. Like you're trying to end everyone in the comedy scene until you're the only one left.
Now you're seeing the big picture.
See, you should wish everyone to make it, and then you'll be the only one left, like Jeff Ross.
Oh.
But if you think about it too, if you encourage everyone to get healthy and happy, they will also fade out of the comedy game.
Oh, that's so true, man. I feel like everybody's got like I've noticed this recently is like everyone that does comedy is like missing like a piece of their soul. All of you
Some
have
of them
something
have an
missing.
extra piece.
Maybe, but
They took from somebody else.
all of you have something like seriously wrong with you, and I do too. And I think when someone figures out like what it is in their heart that they don't like, what's not being met, they're able to like they don't need it anymore. Like they can do other things in their life. But for some of you poor bastards, you're never gonna find it. So you might as well just start writing more material. I just write, I just make my material. So
We'll get into writing a little down the road, but right now, just hold the mic up to your face.
it took
Speak
us a
your
whole hour to
truth.
say that.
Yeah. Well, 30 minutes. Which I can't even really say that because I got to cut.
Oh my God! Yeah, this is gonna be a 10-minute episode.
Stuff out.
That's so funny. I was ready to hear how you guys planned to drag out the concept of, yeah, man, hold the mic up to your face for an hour. But I was like, you did pretty good.
All right, so we have talked about the actual mic and a whole lot of other stuff that Azalea is going to have to edit out.
Like the kid rape stuff.
Oh
Oh my God, Tucker! Use a screwdriver on it. Stab him.
Oh my God. You can bleep it. It'll be all right.
You were like the Tom Green of podcasts.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I need a moment. Slap the shit out of you.
What's so funny is like,
So young.
like you two are so miserable with my presence, but like when I do other podcasts, like you're such a joy to have. You're like they're like it was really fun. Thanks for coming on, man. I'm like you're welcome.
No, your presence here
That's because they're lying to you.
just reminds me of how much my life has passed by. Like
I don't ever want to meet anyone younger than me, like ever.
it's a fucking nightmare.
It fucking sucks.
I bet it does, man.
Like I've done so much in my life,
Yeah,
but I've done it.
yeah, it's done.
Like,
it's over
it's
forever.
over.
You can never have it back. Yeah, it's
Well,
gone.
veteran is a Latin term, and it means used to be a badass.
Yeah.
And it's hurtful.
Yeah, I'm a badass now.
The fuck you are.
With my,
I've clogged toilets harder
I don't
than
have
you.
underpants on right now. It's laundry day. I just have these sweatpants. It's just bare ass under this.
I haven't worn underwear since 2006.
That's fucking crazy.
How old were you?
Why?
How old were you in
I joined the
2006,
military.
Tucker?
You
was
stopped
no
wearing underwear?
yeah.
Okay. I don't see point A to point B.
Because